Western Australia, home to a population of more than 1.5 million people, Perth celebrates a rich multicultural heritage, welcoming thousands of migrants each year. This is reflected in a number of ethnically diverse practices, particularly through sport. Perth hosts an array of ethnic soccer clubs, all of which assist in the assimilation of these migrants. One of these migrants is Friday Zico.
Not only is he one of our best players, but he's also leads from the front in the way he conducts himself.
He's so dedicated to the sport. I think he lives and breathes it pretty much.
I think he's definitely got the potential to go a long way in the game.
Oh, my name is Friday Zico. I was born in Uganda. We came here in 2004. And the reason why we moved here to Australia is because in Uganda there was war and stuff going on.
Professor Roy Jones is co-director of the Sustainable Tourism Centre at Curtin University. He has written on ethnic soccer in Perth and believes that the sport plays an integral part in establishing a multicultural society.
Soccer's been around in Australia for well over a century. But in the early 20th century, when codes of football were really becoming established, it was thought of as British soccer. After the Second World War, as migrants made up more and more of the Australian population, because soccer's the world game, they brought their cooking, they brought their languages, they brought soccer with them, and they began to play it.
Along with the game, the migrants bring with them a wealth of history from their origins.
There are so many difficulties I've faced in my life. I've experienced so many stuff that I don't know if any of you, if you went through it, you wouldn't even be alive right now. They told us back home, they were like, if you come to Australia, money will be falling from the sky. So when we first got off the plane, we were like, oh, the house. We were amazed at everything we see, you know.
Soccer's linked to ethnicity because it was a means for the migrants to socialise. You got migrants socialising in all sorts of ways. They socialised around clubs, they socialised because different groups of migrants would live in different suburbs, and they socialised by playing the games they'd always played.
My name is Daniel Zulissa and I play for Murdoch University Soccer Club. My background is Italian. Both my parents were born there. Soccer's helped me fit into Australian culture in a big way. It helped me to understand, you know, the Anglo side of things. Because obviously I was born here, I was raised, you know, in an Australian society, but my customs, you know, were all Italian. So playing the sport really helped me, you know, mix in and get a different perspective for the game and for the culture. You know, through the eyes of an Anglo kid. I met Friday about 2 years ago. He came down to Murdoch Soccer Club. Friday loves soccer, and you know, he supports Arsenal. He loves Ronaldinho. He's got all his favourite players, and he's always wearing soccer clothes, and he's got good skills. So yeah, you can tell that he definitely practices a lot.
At the age of 14, I think, 13 or 14, that's when I started playing soccer. And then when we came to Australia, it wasn't like this one-man show how we used to do it. Like something weird called pass, you know. The coaches used to use that a lot on me, and they still do. Soccer is very important in my life because at the moment that's all what I'm doing, like 6 to 7 days a week. Every day when I go home, the kids will be complaining because all what I'll be doing is watching soccer on TV, like every single day. If I'm not watching, I'll be playing. If I'm not playing, I'll be playing FIFA.
The opportunities in Australia are endless. Not only is there a wide range of clubs and activities for migrants to realise their potential, but also there are many initiatives that promote multiculturalism. One prominent example is the Footy with the Fuzz tournament.
The Footy with the Fuzz was an initiative put together by the WA Police Force and they did get some funding initially for their program. And the idea was that if you could bring together people from different ethnic backgrounds to play sport together, they might gain a better understanding of each other. Most of the countries where we see our migrants coming from play soccer in those countries, so they can come here already equipped with that knowledge as to how to play the game.
I was playing for South Sudan. They called me up. I told them I'll be there.
People who come here under the refugee humanitarian programs or through family resettlements or other types of migration, Australia welcomes those people with open arms, and we want to help them to better understand our society, to become involved in it. And when you go to the footy with the Fuzz, as I've done, you actually see the teams getting along very well with each other, and there's absolute joy when you go. I know at the last one that I was at, the Congolese community were the winners of the tournament, and I've never seen a bunch of guys who were so happy with what they've done. And again, it just shows that they're participating in activities that are being organised throughout the community.
But beyond the cultural and recreational importance of soccer, for some, it is an essential part of their lifelong aspirations.
I want to represent WA at any level, so it doesn't matter to me. But schoolboys are the most one, because most of my friends are there. They're all like trying out for the schoolboys. It's a tournament made for like under 19 school students who are going to school right now, and hopefully I make it. That's my dream for now.
Friday has an upcoming trial for the state schoolboys team. If he is accepted, he will have the opportunity to represent his state in the under-19s age group.
The teachers helped me with my soccer. They've been supporting me for since I was in year 8. Right now they're helping me out with the schoolboys, with their fundraising stuff. Every single day I will be like, I don't know, I feel special. I feel so special there.
Friday's assimilation into Australian society is reflected in his school life. His sporting talents have enabled him to form many friendships and to become an admiration of his school.
The first day I went to Melville, we were in a big group, because some of the kids that went to Melville were in Beaconsfield. We used to go together in the same school, because from Beaconsfield you go to Melville to learn extra English. So yeah, we went there. So I just hang out with the same friends every week until the other friend introduced me to other friend. So we all hang out with the same group. And it's scary because all the kids were big and I was like so little and stuff.
Friday came here as quite an angry kid, someone who didn't deal with issues very well, and he took a lot of it was frustration. Frustration because he didn't do very well, I guess, in the classroom because of some of the things that he's experienced in life. It made it really hard for him to fit in.
Soccer gave him that opportunity and that sense of belonging, not only to the school, but also to a certain group within the school. If you're good at sport, you tend to be quite well respected amongst a lot of the other students, and it was an opportunity for Friday to be appreciated, I guess, by other students within the school, and really gave him a sense of belonging or connected him to the school. It was a chance for Friday to shine.
It's got the inherent ability to bring people together because it's a team sport and a spectator sport, and it's got globality in a way that no other sport has got. So it's going to bring people from all sorts of different backgrounds together. It brings the crowds together. It allows the families to come to the match to see their kids, their brothers playing, and it often has sociability around it. Sport helps people socialise. Team sports help people socialise more, and a global sport helps people of different ethnicities to socialise.
Freya Shearer is part of a sports program at a local detention centre. She too believes that soccer carries many benefits for migrants in Australia.
I came to hear about the detention centre through a friend who said he'd been playing soccer there for about 6 months, and he invited me to come along. So the sports program is basically, we play soccer for a couple of hours on a Tuesday evening. It's a way of helping people become a part of a community without actually being able to sit down and have a conversation with them. Sometimes people aren't really involved in the community at the detention centre until they've played on someone's team. So you can get a lot of people from all places all over the world, but this is a common thing. They're all familiar with this game that is football or soccer.
It's the night of Friday's schoolboys trial, but just like any other night, Friday is playing FIFA 11.
Okay. Shit, this bitch. Ball. No!
For him to get in would be a great achievement. I do believe that he has the potential, he has the skills, he has everything to be able to make it into that team.
He could definitely make that team, and often from that team they have an Australian touring squad, which if he plays well when he goes, I think it's to Adelaide, he could be selected for that.
I have spoken to Friday about this, and I encouraged him to go along to the trials, and I think he will be selected. You know, he's probably one of the stronger boys even at state schoolboys level.
As the time draws closer to his trial, Friday has to put down the controller and face reality.
Alright man, you gotta go get ready for schoolboys.
Just a couple of seconds.
Nope, you gotta go now. Schoolboys is waiting for you. Alright, up you go.
Yeah,
I'll continue this.
Yep. I'm just going to my schoolboy soccer now, so I'm so nervous now. Man. I'm very worried because I don't think I have the quality right now, but I'll test myself against the best to see, you know. If you want to be the best, you got to take on the best.
It's surprising that Friday is not optimistic for his trial. His support has every confidence in his ability.
His talent should take him to a position where he's selected and he gets a chance to represent WA, which would be fantastic for him because he deserves it.
If he got into the team, I'd be ecstatic. I think it's such a great achievement, and I think he can do it.
But not only has Friday developed his sporting ability through soccer, the sport has helped him develop as a person and has contributed to his seamless integration into Australian society.
I've met a lot of friends through soccer, like almost like everyone who plays state league here. I probably know most of them. Like they're all like from sort of Afghanistan, England, African. Because them guys, they have played a lot of soccer back in the country. When they came here, they're already like very good. For me, when I came here, I just learned how to play the real way of playing. So I feel more accepted playing with them.
Many migrants use soccer as a means for social acceptance. In doing so, Friday Zico has discovered his talent, of which he is very passionate about. As the night grows weary, finally, some news.
Yes, I got in this. I hope this is the start of my journey. Yeah. For me, we're gonna be going to Adelaide soon, in a couple of months.
Friday has been accepted into the WA schoolboys team and will compete against other states later this year. It is only the start of his journey towards a professional career, and there is a long road ahead of him. But now, as an Australian, Friday will compete with the support of his new country.
I guess the message would be, you know, follow your dream, and you can obtain that, and you know, one day you'll be playing for the Socceroos.
At the end of the day, if you're the best at something, then you deserve to represent your country, and regardless of where you come from.
The story of Friday Zico is one shared by many migrants. Born into a country filled with war and poverty, Friday and his family moved to Australia seeking a better life. 10,000 kilometres from home, it hasn't been easy for Friday to fit in, but using soccer as a multicultural forum, Friday has demonstrated the importance of soccer in Australia as a way for migrants to fit in.
Yeah, one day I want to represent the WA, like not schoolboys, but the WA team, and then go from there to represent Australia, and then make it somewhere, like, you know, professional.